If you're a boxing fan and never want to miss a fight, Boxing Showtimes is the app you need. This is a professional boxing schedule in your pocket that keeps you up to date on what's going on in the world of boxing. Enjoy watching fights in a bar, sipping a cold one? We got you. An interactive map with your local boxing bars is available to you at any time. And that's not everything. Set reminders, buy tickets, watch official highlights, get boxing news, and so much more. Download now. Thank us later.
All right, Adam Smith was at the Katie Taylor-Chantel Cameron fight last night. And this is the first time we've seen Adam Smith on camera in, well over a year. Well over a year now. And, obviously we know why he went, missing in action, because he never left Sky, which was the interesting thing. There was never any statement or anything like that about it. So it was real weird. We just no one knew what was going on. It subsequently emerged that he was battling a very, very serious illness, and, whatever your opinion is on Adam Smith, regardless what you feel about him as a person, you just don't want to wish that on anybody. The guy's got, a wife, he's got young kids. Whatever your opinion is on him, you just don't want to wish that on anyone, right? You just don't, right? So we find out why he was away, and then he, obviously, thank God, he's back to full health again, and then he left Sky. So now the question was, what happens next? Where does he go? And a lot of people speculated TNT or Dazn. Him and Hearn seemed to have a decent relationship when they were working together. And, now he's at a Dazn show there to support Katie Taylor. Hearn has kind of made little hints about Adam Smith. So Adam Smith, could he potentially join the Dazn team, and in what capacity? Because Adam Smith would be, I would imagine, looking to do lead commentator, which is currently held by Mike Costello. And, given the option for me, Adam Smith, Mike Costello, Smith, Mike Costello could be one of the most lovely guys in the world. I've never met him personally, don't know. But I remember when he started on Dazn, when he was announced with Dazn, a few people were like, oh God, Mike Costello. And I had heard him, but not memorable, if that makes sense. So it was nothing that really stuck with me. So I kind of thought, okay, let's see what this guy is like. And he didn't fight, obviously, but he commentated on one of the fight camps, because he missed the first two, I think, and then he commentated on the third one. And on the undercard, before he, took over, you had, I think it was Chris Lloyd, who was on commentary, and he was, bigging up Costello. And he's like, if you think the commentary is good, just you wait till Mike Costello comes on, right? And the best way I can liken it is, imagine you're sitting down to eat dinner and someone says, I'm going to make you a burger. It's going to be, the best thing you've ever, it's going to be amazing. You're like, really? Yeah. And they give you, a Big Mac that they froze and reheat it. That's basically what it was like. That's basically what it was like. Costello he's more a radio type of guy. And you can tell that by the way he commentates. He speaks too fast. He stays at the same tempo regardless of what's happening in there. Whether there's a lull in the action or whether there's a big knockout around the corner, his tempo just seems to stay the same. And for me, I just never warm to him on commentary. I just don't. Now, Adam Smith is not, I wouldn't have him in my top commentators. Personally, I think in the UK, Andy Clark would be my go-to guy. Some people don't like Andy Clark. I don't know why they don't, because I actually quite like Andy Clark. He'd be my go-to commentator. He'd be the one I'd be saying, right, if I had to and it was all UK, Andy Clark be main commentator. Adam Smith is very good at those dramatic moments in the fights. So when you're listening to him commentate, it's more the same, it's this, it's that, it's going through the motions. But when the big moments happen, he is very good. He has just the way he gets excited, he gets animated, and you can tell for all his flaws, he loves boxing. He does, he definitely does. And he really gets into the moment. And he helps make some of those moments. He really genuinely does. He makes some of those big moments in fights. Mark Potter, when he got dropped by Danny Williams, whose shoulder was out. Adam Smith was commentating on that. Just a big, massive moment. Joshua against Ruiz, the first fight when Joshua got dropped. Adam Smith losing his mind on commentary there. So, and I did always like the lift off for AJ against Klitschko. I like that one. That was a good one. I'll give him that. So he's good at those big dramatic moments where Costello is just, the same. So it'd be interesting to know what would happen. Would they downgrade Costello to the prelims? Would they have Adam Smith as the head commentator? Would they have him as head of boxing? Because he wasn't just the lead commentator for Sky, he was head of boxing. And when you look at how Sky is now, oh my God. You know, you just, Adam Smith kept the show going, and he kept it going quite well. Since he's been gone, it has just been horrendous. It's been awful. It's been awful. Ben Shalom just doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He just seems to have a real weird view of what he thinks the people like in terms of boxing, and thinks they want, oh, we've got all these influencers doing the announcing and stuff like that. You're like, don't care. Make a good fight. Apparently Sam Egerton was told that he's not entertaining enough to fight on Sky. This was a few weeks ago. Sam Eggington, Sam Eggington, who I've been watching for 10 years now, maybe a bit less, 9-10 years, and who has never, in all the fights he's been in, win or lose, been in a dull fight. The guy who comes to give it everything, and actually he had a good win last time out, that guy isn't entertaining enough for Sky. That's Ben Shalom in a nutshell. He hasn't a clue what he's doing. He hasn't a clue. For him, God knows what. Adam Azim, hands down, throwing shots left, right and centre, missing a lot of the time, is entertaining. But, watching Sam Egerton, try and win and go toe-to-toe with his opponent, that's not. Lawrence Okoli stinking the joint out repeatedly. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the face of Sky, but Sam Egerton, no, we don't want that. Oh, my God. It's been a nightmare, and you really notice the absence of Smith in Sky since he's been away. So if he comes over to Dazn, it'd be interesting. I don't really know. You see, with Dazn, in the UK, the fight cards haven't been terrible. They haven't been amazing either, but they haven't been terrible. There's been some, I'll give you an example, right? The Magnificent Seven that Frank did last week, that was a very good card, right? In my opinion, that was better than the card they did last night. It was better than the card they did in Liverpool with Jack Cattrall. It was better than that. Having said that, the Lee Wood and Mauricio Lara, well, both fights were very good. The Josh Warrington and Lee Wood, that card was actually pretty good as well. So Matchroom have done some good cards, whereas just Boxer, I mean, just they've all been pretty forgettable regardless what they've done. I mean, you look at Liam Smith, Eubank 2, the main event, fine, but that rest of the card, that wasn't pay-per-view. I was like, that was not a pay-per-view quality card by no stretch. So if anyone needs Adam Smith to look, even if they're not going to combat, they just look after the product, it be Sky. As simple as. But he seems set for Dazn. What will he do? That is the question. Will he change things up? Would he decide, okay, this isn't working for me, this isn't working? Who knows? Or could he just be going in there to commentate? I suspect commentating, but if he is, what does that mean for someone like Costello? Let me know your thoughts. Who would you rather out of the two if you had to pick? If someone said to you, one of the subscribers, you could pick Smith on commentary or Costello on commentary, who would you have? And why? What are your reasons? Let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed it, people. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. I just finished recording review of the week, right? And it's only when I stopped recording I looked at it and I was like, oh. I went overboard. I put everything into that review of the week. It's about a 35-minute long episode. I don't like them going over 25 minutes. This one's gone 35 minutes. You're going to have a nice Monday morning episode tomorrow. I hope it's not too long. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, people. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. I love seeing the numbers go up. We're less than 400 off 15k. We're actually into the trees now until we're into 15k. Let that sink in. Lovely feeling. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button. Peace.